Ainakin tässä tilanteessa hyvä, kun ei näe sitä itse peliä. Mutta mä katselen täältä foorumin sivulta noita screenshotteja ja noita.
Tää lähtee liveen nyt. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Do you guys hear us? That's good. There's a lot of lag in the live stream. So it's like 10 to 15 or maybe even 20 seconds. So if we are a little bit disoriented at times, that's the reason for it. It's quite difficult to do the streaming when there's such a huge lag.
Nyt olisi todella.
Okay, but hello everybody. I think we're kind of like ready to start. Wondering if I can reset the I can reset the stream like this.
Tuliko se videolla?
Pump the volume. Okay. How do I do that? Is it better now? Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me too?
Oh, I think it's... Aha, okay, it's better now. Okay, alright. I'm not exactly sure if I can... Yeah. Alright. Filippo and Felipe, I think, can you hear me okay now? Is the sound... Volume is very loud compared to voice. Okay. Just a moment. Oh. Okay.
Can you hear me as well?
Okay, so what is too loud? Is my voice too loud at the moment, or is it the background sound too loud, or? Hanski,
Yes.
are you hearing the stream okay?
Just a second. Yeah, I'm hearing that quite well. Okay, it's good now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, so we will begin the stream right now. Okay, so Hanski, let's start from the top. So, what did you think about the competition?
Yeah, I'm very amazed of the quality of the competitors. So many people have put a lot of effort to the games, and I didn't expect that much. And some people have made also graphics, and I think the quality is really good.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I was a little bit sorry about was that I asked you to be a judge. And the reason for that was because then you didn't make a game.
That's no problem.
Did you feel bad about that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so because it would have been interesting to see what you would have made, because in my eyes you are kind of the father of this whole thing.
Well, I make a lot of Pokitto Python games.
Yeah.
In the future.
So
it's okay.
Yeah, but definitely something that we must do again is more of these kind of competitions, because there was a lot of energy in the forums and in the discussions and while everybody was making this. So,
yeah, and usually the problem with C++ games has been that people do not get them ready.
yeah.
Now, very many people get their games ready.
Yeah. It's easier to sort of go from an idea into something that can be played. And you know, this was my first experience of actually making a real program with Python. So until this point they have just been some sort of help scripts that I've done for something else. And
yeah, that's the same with me.
And actually the MicroPython is okay. It's much more limited than Python, but I didn't sort of imagine that you can still do so many things with MicroPython as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, somebody's commenting Father Hanski, and that's true. How did you, Hanski, first of all, when you decided to port MicroPython on Pokitto, where did you get the idea?
Yeah, that's because I'm also father in real life. So I have 2 kids and I wanted to teach them programming. First we tried, it was STL Basic in Windows and Scratch. We did some games there then, but after I get familiar with Pokitto, I was starting to think that what would be the good first language in Pokitto, and I kind of evaluated some languages like MicroPython, and then there is some embedded Lua.
Yeah.
And some else, and then I just chose one because MicroPython was very interesting because there was a BBC microbit MCU device, and it's had even lower specs than Pokitto, and it had MicroPython. So
It's true.
That is why I chose that.
It was a really great choice, and I have to say that I have been working with this science school in Helsinki, and I have to say that Python, even though Lua is interesting because of Pico 8, from a professional point of view, Python is more interesting than Lua. Because, okay, Lua is used as a scripting language in some gaming tools, but the real thing is that Python is gaining traction as a real professional's programming language.
That's true. If you go to work, it's not probable that you will be going with Python than with Lua, I think.
It's true. Somebody is asking. Okay, Felipe is asking: is the games being? Is this recorded gameplay? And yes, it is, because it's extremely difficult to try to play the games at the same time on the screen of the Pokitto as we are doing this stream. So the person who's playing is my son Tuomo, and we were playing this today, and we played through all the games, and I also have some feedback from Tuomo for the authors of the games. Should we start discussing the games themselves? Hanski, what do you feel?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm not actually sure how I can reset the video. I don't seem to be able to control the flow of the video, which is a little bit silly. But let me just check if I have. Do I have a way of controlling the video? Unfortunately not, it seems. I don't have a control to the video, so we will have to just talk through these videos. The way that these videos have been recorded, by the way, is I had to make a remote control Pokitto, and I can show it here. It's actually rather interesting. So I had to make a thing like this. Let me just show you guys. It's stuck on a Lego, and then we have a keyboard right here. And I just had to quickly do this today in order to be able to play these remotely, so that I could fix it to the camera. And it was actually a little bit of work to get this done. So the first game here is this 1942 clone. And what did you think about this game?
Yeah, it was really well made game. Very good graphics and very good animation, and there is really a feeling of speed.
Yes.
In the game. I like that.
Agreed. Yes. And something that you would really want to see get further. I mean, this game is halfway clearly, but it has a lot of potential.
Yeah. And I have played the original in Commodore 64, and I think the game is actually quite good port. I just don't remember if there were clouds in the Commodore 64 game, but it certainly fits to this game. But we will have to move pretty fast because there are lots of games, and like I said, I have no control over the video, so I would say that it was like a really arcade feeling game, but would really like to see it taken further. How about this one? This was really tough. I mean, I was dying constantly. This I'm sorry, I'm playing this Big Blue game where there's the space guy is trying to navigate through the levels, and it was like instant death over and over again. Maybe I just didn't figure it out. I didn't know what to do with button B on this game. Yeah, it was really tough. The first field was easy, but the second one, when there was those rockets, it was really hard.
Mm. And they seem to come in the same order, so basically you could learn how to do this. But this was so tough that at least Tuomo, who was playing, got really frustrated pretty soon. Which is, yeah.
Yeah, the first fields could be a bit easier.
Mm. Okay, then we had this. The next game that we played was Boblo.
Yeah, first about the title screen, it has really cool animation in the title screen. I like that. And then about the gameplay, the mechanics of the game is very fresh and interesting, I think. And however, it's very simple to understand. So yeah. It's not hard to learn what to do.
Yeah, and even though the guy who has made this game always complains that he's not an artist, I don't agree with him, because usually when he does something, the art and the presentation of the game is top notch. And,
yeah.
And in this case, I have to say that the animation and the graphics and the style is just perfect. It's not even retro. It's like it has elements of modern games and old games combined. So
yeah, this is one of the best title screens.
Yeah, and also the best gameplays of the games. This was certainly the game that Tuomo really liked to play.
Yeah, it's very interesting mechanics. Yeah.
And what's going to be interesting about this game is that it's going to be possible for the community to make more levels, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Did you get through the whole thing?
No, I just a couple of years.
Yeah. Let's see what the comments on. Okay, Torres, too kind. No, Filippo, you are an artist, like all Italians. Italians are artists. They are artists of life. They know how to enjoy life. I've been there. I know. So.
I've been in Rome too.
Yeah. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. But Rome is not the nicest place in Italy, if I'm perfectly honest.
Okay.
People are pretty tough in Rome. And,
okay.
At least the taxi drivers will rip you of your money. Okay, then we had just this bounce thing. And we went through that pretty quickly with Tuomo, because it was just basically a demo.
Yeah, but it was very fast, and if I remember correctly from the code, it doesn't use any trigonometric functions. Even, but it just accelerates and deaccelerates.
Oh, that's interesting. So
yeah.
I have to apologize. I did not use as much time to go over that. I'm actually now at this this video stream. We are at the point where we are playing Jetpack. And I first of all I have to say that I missed this game completely when I was playing DOS games. I didn't know that this game existed. I thought
actually,
that
yeah. Actually, I know one game called Jetpack, but it's missing K in the end, and it was in Lithuania, and it was totally different game. That Jetpack without K. But this game I haven't also played it before, but it's really great. I like it a lot.
Yeah. The balance between the jet flight and the jumping is just perfect. I mean, you can partially jump and then you can glide over to the next platform, and the sort of the control dynamics of this game are just, I mean, they are professional level.
Yeah, and you can plan your own route. There are a lot of possibilities how to solve the field.
The one thing that of course is missing from this game is sounds. I mean, you could with a couple of sounds you could make this a really super top-notch game, which I hope that the author will continue to develop this game so that we get sounds. And
and I can say that adding sound effects is really easy. So please try it.
Yeah, and certainly with this, I mean, you just need the jet sound and a couple of beeps and boops, and you got it done basically. Yeah. And second thing that I was missing when I was playing this is some sort of a timer, because this game would be perfect for this kind of speed runs. Speed running would be really fun on that.
Yeah, that's true.
Then we had a real surprise entry, this Kamerakatse, which was a very interesting.
Yeah, I think this has the best title music of the games.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in this live stream, I'm not able to hear the title music. For some settings are missing, but
it was a really nice melody, and I think this game is perfect for cat lovers.
Yeah.
And small children and so.
Yeah.
I was just wondering that is it based totally on luck, or is there any kind of, do you kind of predict when the lion attacks?
That's a good question. I have not looked at the source code, so I really don't know.
Yeah.
We have
it would be good, good if there was some kind of hint that now it's going to attack.
And one thing that this game sort of brought to my mind was Duck Hunt from Mario, from Nintendo, and then I was thinking that Duck Hunt would have been a perfect title for this Python competition, and I realized that only like 2 days ago, and I was feeling a little bit sad because I didn't have time to do that. And
do you mean that game which had a pistol?
Yeah, and then there's the laughing dog dog that comes and mocks you. The backgrounds are really nice in this game, and I like the whole. It's a very artistic concept. A very good entry, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have, I think, coming to the next game. I had to switch cameras at some point because I needed to recharge them, but let's see which one it's now. It's and actually you see the display jumping around, and I'm trying to get to the game. The reason for that is because my hands were sweaty, and this controller that I made is just a bare PCB like this, and what was happening was, because my fingers were so sweaty, I was making electrical contact on the around the buttons all the time, so it was going like completely random, and yeah, that's the reason why I have so much difficulties in getting the right title to load. It's not completely about the speed of the menu. Okay, then we have Legend of Lanea running right here, and well, what to say? This is the closest to Zelda that we have at the moment.
This is really amazing. So it's really like Zelda, and I have only chance to play it quite short time today, but but the world seems very big. And it was very wonderful graphics and very nice dialogues, and this is really has good production values.
And the thing is that Direct started doing this game only after realizing that the first idea, which was the bear game, was going to run out of memory, so he basically whipped this up in a couple of days, which makes it even more amazing. And I know that you were not in the Discord discussions, but that's what happened with this title. Is he actually developed this from the tile map demo in a time span of a couple of days, and he already has this collection. A collision detection and the story written in and so on. So I don't know if he has been sleeping during that time at all, but it was a pretty amazing feat to do in basically 2 days.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This game might be a reason why I have to implement audio streaming from SD card, because I would really have a theme song in this game.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed when I was trying out these games is that this is the. I'm not saying this. I don't want to be a partial judge, but this was the maybe the only game that I suddenly found that, wait a second, I'm supposed to be making these videos and not playing this game. So I lost time. I started actually playing the game, which means that I really like to play more of that game when it becomes possible.
I will play it more later, certainly.
Then we tried to load this Mandelbrot demo, but I think something has changed in between in the Python editor, so it didn't run at all.
Okay, yeah, there was that one import command that should be removed, but yeah, it was Mandelbrot implementation, and I think in every platform there should be one.
Of course, it's quite difficult when you have no floating point numbers.
Yeah.
And it would have been interesting to see how fast it runs, but in any case, maybe we will check it out after the combo, how it was coded and how it can be made to run. Then we have Dr. Miller on the screen by Felipe, and okay, I suck at puzzle games. I really do. I mean, it's a really nice puzzle game, but how am I supposed to win in this game? How do you?
Yeah, it has very nice title screen and very good graphics, I think, and the mechanics is interesting because there are a lot of possibilities and strategies. But I also don't know what's the actual target of the game. So should you kind of, okay, there are air is going low, but should you kind of try to remove all the tiles or somehow combine the same color of tiles, or just go deeper and deeper? I'm not sure about that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Felipe knows how this. It's probably some Brazilian thing which we don't know how it. This is what they do every weekend.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's some sort of logic.
There's a lot of potential in this game also.
Yeah, especially if you finally figure out how to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm already loading up the next game, which was Noggin. And okay, this is an interesting game. Sort of a brain game that is definitely the most difficult game of all of these to get into. I mean, how does it work? And
yeah, luckily there are on-screen game instructions, which by the way is a very good idea, because people got these games through the different places and they necessarily don't ever read the documents from our forum, so it's very good to have on-screen documents or on-game documents actually.
This one we had to restart. I think we were playing around with the camera. Yeah, but okay. So I'm so stupid that I couldn't figure out this game. But Tuomo was playing and he instantly understood what the idea is. So the only thing is that, okay, I really like the instructions, how they are done in this game. I mean this is professional. but it's also quite difficult. And I don't know what's the history of this game. Is this some classic, or is it? I've never come across this before.
Yeah, it's really well made game, and I played for a while, and well, I'm also not very good of this kind of puzzle games in general.
I can readily admit that I have never managed to solve Rubik's Cube. I can say that I've tried it a couple of times, and I'm too stupid to figure out Rubik's Cube. So when I'm faced with a game like this, I have no chance in hell to do it. But then Tuomo started to explain to me that if you do it exactly like he's doing here in this game, you're kind of stuck in a corner. How do you get out? But I couldn't figure out how to use these extra tiles on the right side. Maybe you tried it.
Well, I think it's a game that needs a lot of practicing. So.
Yeah, and I have to say that it's probably a game that I will come back to most, because we kind of got the hang of it, but I can't imagine what kind of practice it's gonna take to be able to clear the first level on this. And what I want to do is I want to ask Neil about the history of this game, because there's something definitely in this game, and I think that the replayability value of this game is going to be maybe the highest of all of these.
Yeah, absolutely true. Yeah.
But it was a really fascinating, fun game. And now, because I don't have a way to fast forward these videos, we actually have to sit here and watch Tuomo play the game a little bit further. Here he did some switching between the tiles, and I couldn't figure out what was the purpose. But yeah, this is one of those games that in the olden days would have come with a printed manual.
Yeah.
And a two-page explanation of the game in Zap 64.
And this was also one of the games which have sounds implemented.
Yes, very well.
Yeah.
Sort of a nice gotcha in your face game over sound, which is every game needs to mock its player a little bit. I don't remember how long this video was, but it should move on in a moment.
Yeah, are there any questions in the chat?
Yeah, the Dr. Miller is a Sega game remake, and you just have to go deeper and try not to get crushed.
Okay, that's the aim of the game.
That's the aim of the game. One thing that's really funny is I can see that there's more viewers, and there's like 3 people commenting all the time, which is not a big surprise. I mean, the same guys usually dominate also the forum and the Discord and everything. But
yeah,
okay.
How many viewers there are?
At the moment we have 13 people watching.
Okay.
Which is good.
Nuts.
It's good. Almost as many as the entries. And we skipped over Pirates because Pirates is okay. It was my entry.
I can comment that.
Yeah, but we have the video running. Maybe in the next stream, because I'm already loading up Rexito video here, and yeah. Rexito, yes, the dinosaur game, and jumping over cactuses, or cacti actually. If it's in plural, it's not cactuses, it's cacti.
Yeah, seems so. It looks very simple, but there is actually quite a lot of variation in the game. And that dinosaur character is very, very nice. There are not many games that have dinosaur as a main character.
Mm.
Maybe Yoshi.
Yeah. In this game, what I really liked was the controls. So it's a simple one-button game or two-button game, but the amount that you press the jump button is really fine-tuned. So you can make a really small jump or a high jump, and it's you can adjust.
Yes, I think that was a good idea.
And
yeah.
From the point of simplicity, this would be a great game for kids, but unfortunately it's so hard that you get really frustrated when you're playing this, especially if you're a kid. And my 4-year-old was also playing these games, and the game that he liked best was Jetpack. So he actually he's 4 years old and he almost cleared the first level. So.
Oh, that's amazing. The ending screen is really nice in Brexit also.
Yeah, it is.
And there is 2 layers scrolling. Actually.
Yes. I'm loading up the next game, and that's the Scampi game, and it was difficult to keep the camera in focus. It's actually very difficult to film this kind of screen in a dark room with a camera. So even though the camera is really good, it's having difficulties with the contrast of the screen because it's not usual that you try to video other screens. It's an unusual target for a camera.
Yeah.
So Scampi, the mystery of the broken door.
It has very nice graphics, and it really catches the atmosphere of the old point and click games by
Lucasfilm.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Arts. Yeah.
Lucas Arts.
And also the humor is there.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Yes, absolutely. And there's a toothbrush and everything. I mean, this thing absolutely nailed the style. I mean, the graphics is exactly like it is, and I looked at the source code a little bit on this game, and it seems that JP has not only implemented a game, he has pretty much implemented a framework that will allow us to make point and click games, which is pretty impressive. I don't know if you looked at the source code, but it was very impressive.
Yeah, also that game features Pokitto, which is a plus.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit to try to draw the points from the jury, but
yeah, but only problem is that it is too short. I want more.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I was able to solve the mystery a little bit too quickly.
Yeah. But I was surprised that this kind of games fit so well to Pokitto.
Yes. Then I have the games collection from Thor, which is this Mecha Narwhal, and then there's the Angry Toast, and I'm playing the sea game first, the one with the narwhal.
Yeah, so there are 3 games in the price of 1.
Yeah, with sounds, mind you, and also with sounds, which is impressive. Yeah,
I like the graphics, especially that shark game graphics, and in the Breakout game there are nice little details when you crash a tile, the pieces are flowing around. It It really looks nice.
It's a nice mini game, really nice mini game. I mean, perfectly executed. Very nice graphics and a nice idea. And
yeah, maybe it could be more like WarioWare games in Nintendo, that you kind of collect the points in all the games. And
and then there was this Angry Toast, which is I think you can call this some sort of a avoid the tiles genre. I mean, there are lots of games like this where you have some obstacles and
yeah, that field was really hard for me.
Yeah, I think that the problem with that kind of thing is that it feels a little bit pointless after a while, because you're not really achieving any goal. But in the reverse breakout thing, then it's I enjoyed playing that because it's a classic breakout, really well done. Which was the third game in the
yeah.
So I thought that it was a really good example of breakout. I mean, it was nice sounds, nice controls, and
Yes, I agree.
I'm loading up Top Fish, a late entry, and was really nice to also get a game from this author.
Have you played this kind of game before?
Not really, no. But Tuomo instantly said that this is like the mini game in Google or something like that.
Ah, okay.
So apparently at some stage the Google search engine had this as a mini game.
Yeah, I haven't played that kind of games either, but the idea is really fun.
Yeah, I was really beginning to enjoy myself as I was growing bigger and bigger and being able to eat almost everything that was moving on the screen. Which
exactly. It was a nice feeling.
Yeah, you get this power rush that you can. And also what I like about this game is the color coding, because otherwise it would have been pretty difficult to tell, especially of the smaller fish, which ones are smaller than
That's
you.
True.
And controls really good in this game. I mean, really smooth.
Very well executed.
And by this time we both have realized that it's going to be very difficult to get the Bat computer to give a good answer in this competition.
Yeah, I think the quality of the games is very, very good. I was very surprised.
Towards the end of these videos you're going to see that I begin to have problems getting the buttons to work, because I have my sweaty hands have already spoiled the contacts to such degree, and I'm jumping around in the menu trying to get to the next one, which is the UFO game.
Okay.
I remember actually programming something like this when I was a kid. I started programming something like when I was like 8 years old or something, and I didn't have any sort of guidebooks, and I think I was programming Pascal probably. No, Basic was the first language that I programmed, and I did a game similar to this, and I remember being extremely pleased with myself when it worked, and this is a pretty nice game as well. I mean,
yeah. I like the moon in the title screen, and also that big player ship animation looks very cool. The lasers and so on.
Yeah. And
but shooting the small UFOs was really hard.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Again, this game would be greatly enhanced by having a little bit of sound. So if this was actually very fun to play. So if this would have had sound, I would say that it would be a really strong contender.
Yeah. And I repeat that adding sound is very easy.
Mm. Then we have some questions here. What else down under? Shark on the Intellivision. I have never played Shark on the Intellivision. Spinal Cord is saying thank you for the comments on Noggin, but Neil, you have to explain what's the story behind the game. I'm really interested in knowing where the idea has come from. So
yeah, it would be interesting to know the history.
Yeah. At this moment on the game stream video, I'm desperately trying to get the pointer to stop on the game that I'm trying to load, and like I said, it's mainly caused by the contact failure coming from my sweaty fingers. So it's I have to make a better remote control for these videos. I have to protect the buttons somehow so that when I make a long video like this, then I will not get this kind of contact interference. But now I managed to load up this game, which is the VOCFI, which is the, what was the name of the second cat game? Villainy of Cat Food Incorporated.
Yeah, that's it.
So this game has an actual backstory.
Yeah, that was refreshing. And also it has very interesting mechanics. There are bus buttons and there are keys, and you can do a lot with these two. A lot of different kind of fields.
So again, couple of sounds, a little bit more of polish, and I would say that this is a candidate for a really good puzzle game.
Yeah, that's true.
This is somehow instantly likable. I mean, the moment you start playing this, you feel that you like the game. I mean, it's
it's very very easy to figure out what you have to do.
So a little bit like Boblo, in the sense that it's a very approachable, fun little game.
Yeah, it's actually very nice that we have a lot of different kind of games. We have arcade games, we have this kind of puzzle games, we have mini games, we have text point and click games, and Zelda-like games, and it's really nice to see.
I have the last one on the list, which is You Shall Not Pass. Did you figure out how to win the other guy?
Yeah, I won the other guy a couple of times, but it's very challenging. So if you won it, it's really feels good, because it's not easy to win.
But what are you supposed to do? How do you're supposed to deflect the hits coming to you? And
well, I think I just smashed buttons.
Yeah.
But then anyway, I think the animation is very nice, and also the background. Background is changing between the fields, which is nice also.
Hey, we have actually come to the end of the videos. I have had not really had time to really think about giving points to the different games, but certainly, like we have discussed with you and the Bat Computer, one of the categories for the points will be points from the forum members. So I think at least 1/3 of the points should be points coming from the forum, and it's kind of not a nice thing to even give any kind of points, because all of these entries were so nice and done with such great humor and enthusiasm. But okay, for the sake of it being a competition, we will have to give some sort of points. But I hope that everybody understands that this is all for fun, and nobody takes it too seriously. Or how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel the same, that forum members should have their voice too on this competition.
Mm. Yeah. Hey, Hanski, our first live stream seems to have gone down pretty well, and certainly for something that we had such little time to prepare for, we were able to pull it off with no big technical issues. Do you have anything else on your mind about the games or the competition?
Well, I'm just waiting for the next competition.
Yeah, same here. In the next competition we will have to have different juries, because I want to take part, and I really want to compete really hard against everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's but I think that this Python, all in all, it has now sort of brought Pokitto as a platform. It's kind of the first time that the idea really works. It's easy and fun to make a game pretty quickly, and I see great things, especially when we continue to improve the Python development environment, and we make some additional features like streaming sound from SD card and streaming data, game data from SD card.
Yeah, actually I put today a post to forum about improvements to the Python editor and Python. So please give your comments so we can improve it further.
Yeah. It has already improved during this competition dramatically. I mean, we were able to do changes on the fly. It was pretty incredible, actually. So the last time I had this much fun with Pokitto was when we were working on the Abaye game, and for sure this is the best way to activate the whole community, that we have any kind of competition or a joint goal and everybody pushes hard, and it's just really fun to follow everybody working.
Yeah. I agree totally.
Hey, I'd like to thank everybody for joining in. It was fun. We'll do this again sometime, both the competition and the live stream. I'm sorry that we didn't have possibility to go into a very deep analysis of the games, but maybe this was good for a first try, and it's getting late here in Finland, so I think both of us need to hit hay soon. So thank you very much, Hanski, for joining in.
It was a pleasure to be here.
And have a good night, everybody. I'll be on the Discord forum for a while before I disappear completely. Thanks, and where's the camera? Over there. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.